Hi, I'm Kat and I play Red. At Spiel, I had the privilege of having a sneak peek at Gray Eminence by Dragon Dawn Productions. They've sent me a prototype and that's what we're going to be looking at today, ahead of their Kickstarter launch on the 2nd of February. In a world filled with games about trains, farming, zombies and great old ones, Gray Eminence stands out as a game with a strong modern political theme. It's contemporary and often personal, as players are actively encouraged to discuss the topics raised by the game, to really embrace it and indulge in its flavour. Players take on the role of prominent and recognisable political figures, using power, money and influence resources, action cards and faction cards to achieve their own ends. Gray Eminence's theme is exceptionally rich and the core elements of the game use a sliding scale to represent political and personal motivations, and to what extent. Are different countries allied or in conflict with each other, and how does that benefit you? Do you have good intentions or do you play for personal gain? Do you operate in the public eye or do you hide in the shadows? Both have benefits. The game plays out over 5 rounds for a medium length game or 8 for a longer game, and a turn looks a little something like this. Draw action cards, draw an event and read aloud. Then players bid cubes for turn order and decide if they want to be in the public eye, in the Gray Eminence or in the shadows. Once all cubes are revealed, all bids go into the bid pool. Then players play cards in their action spaces, be it for the common good or for personal gain. They then choose one card that they'll discard from their hand. Next comes the presidential response, obviously in a form of a tweet. Each will have an action at the bottom of the card. So here we're going to remove an influence from the bid pool. You keep drawing these until one of the hashtags matches a hashtag on the event card, or until 4 tweets are revealed. And here we have deal, which matches the event. So that's where we stop there. Next, players will resolve their actions. Those cards you put down, you can now actually choose to change the order you do them in, depending on what's in the bid pool and which of the events you want to resolve. Players can talk about this and how they want to resolve the event at any point in the turn. So, if we reveal my common good card, I'm going to do the common good ability. So here we minus some money and we plus a power and an influence into the common pool. Next, we move on to my personal gains card. Here I'm going to gain a power. And this is the card I chose to discard. After that, we have resolution of the common event. So players can choose which of these events they want to resolve. If there are multiples that can be resolved, here the influence one is the best one to do. We have 4 influence in the common pool, so we remove them. The EU is +1, and we remove all power from the common pool. However, this event is now resolved and moves over, ready for the next one at the start of the next round. Next comes the trading part of the phase. Players can trade with each other. You can trade factions, resources, in fact you can trade almost anything. Once players have finished trading, we go to the victory point phase of the turn. If you've completed one of your victory cards, you can place that face down there. You then get to draw 2 new choose one to keep and discard the other one. You can never have more than a total of 8 cards in your hand, so that is something to be aware of. Players can also get victory points from their mission summary. These differ from character to character. The finished game will have a victory point tracker to keep track of these on. We're then going to go into the next round. As I said earlier, the game can be played over 5 or 8 rounds. Each round, a new event is drawn and play continues as before. At the end of the designated number of rounds, add up players' points and the player with the most is the winner. Gray Eminence can be played in a multitude of different ways. Players can play with open resources, so when you trade, you know exactly what you're getting. Alternatively, you can play with your resources hidden, in which case you could offer to trade someone a resource you didn't have, and the game itself can get quite sneaky. You can make decisions to try and resolve events in a certain way and then mess up the bidding pool with your events, depending on what's advantageous to you or your character. This is a very brief overview of how the game plays, but to sum it up, in essence, it's a game of manipulating that bid pool, the world's resources, and how you play determines how every event resolves, and ultimately what kind of world you'll end up living in. Players must resolve at least one event over the course of the game, or everyone loses. But then, at the end of the day, it's about how you, as a player, use world events to achieve your own goals. While doing that, it brings discussion of important events to the gaming table, and perhaps an insight into the mind of your game group, and how the world would end up if they were in power. Heaven help us all. This is a prototype from Dragon Dawn Production. Yes, these are pandemic cubes we were using. Obviously, the finished version will be different, bigger, better, faster, stronger. Check it out on Kickstarter. I'll put the link in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye.